Summer's finally arrived. Here it is, almost the end of June. I just finished up working on those guys. Just got them put away and got the vlog and stuff uploaded for it. Now I'm back out here and we're going to get started on our next project, which is a maintenance project. I'll warn you now, you will not see this all the way set up when I'm done. You'll have to wait until it's in the hunt. But you guys have seen this set up before. And it's the Waterwall. This is the wall portion of it itself. And as you can see, it's getting very faded. A lot of the fluorescence has faded off. Even the red's getting faded. It needs a total repaint. I'm having some problems here with the wood being out, with this being out in the weather so much. The wood's getting warped and everything else. I've got some maintenance on it that desperately needs to be done. I got pieces of that water wall all over the place. This blue piping here is the fountain portion of it. It needs a total repaint. I got other portions in the shed that need maintenance and repainting. So we are going to start taking this into the shop. I'm going to start with the smaller pieces first, get my work done on them. Then I'll bring the wall portions in and get the work done on them. I have no idea how long this project's going to take, but this is going to be my last official maintenance project for the season. I've got 4 new props I need to get built. I doubt I'll have them done in time for all of them done in time for this season. But that will be, I'll get started on those after I get this water wall done, hopefully. Okay, we got the basic parts in. I've got the fan blade, the grill that goes in front of it, plus the piping for the fountain in here. This is what we're going to start out with, get these smaller parts done, so they aren't in my way when I'm going to do the walls. The fan blade needs a light sanding. It's just made out of plywood. I'll give it a light sanding and there'll be a repaint. The bars here need a repaint. And pretty much same thing with the fountain parts. They all need repainting. One thing I am going to change though are these here, the wheels. Originally when I made them, I used 2-inch foam and just carved out the wheels. And they've worked. They've worked really, really good. Problem is with storage and everything, they keep, falling off. Last year, when I went to put it away, the wheel that went there fell apart on me. The foam finally cracked in half. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do away with these wheels made out of foam. I'm just going to get some plywood out. And I'll cut out some wheels and plywood and paint them and put them on there, which means adjusting the shank and stuff here. No big deal. But, so that's pretty much all the maintenance on this portion I need to do. And it will take a while because we got to wait for the paint to dry. Even with it up in the 80s, it still takes a while for the paint to dry. Okay, I should have grabbed the camera yesterday before I got to doing my work. And I didn't, so I'm a little bit further along on this than I had planned. We got out here yesterday after we got done with our work errands. Yesterday was Monday, today's Tuesday. Of course today's Tuesday. Tuesday always follows Monday. I've never known it to come before Monday. Okay, enough with that stuff. But anyway, we got the wheels cut out. And no, the washer is not part of the wheel. I'm just using that for hanging it. But we got the wheels cut and sanded, and then we went and got primer on everything. These pieces in here now are either going to be... Hold on a sec. Dang, air compressor picks the wrong time for going off. But these parts in here are either going to be yellow or they're going to be blue. The piping here will get blue. The wheels and the grating will be yellow. And then the fan blade here is going to be both blue and yellow. I've got it masked off right now for spraying the blue. So what I'm going to do is anything that's going to be sprayed yellow, I'm going to get out of the shop. Because we're going to spray the blue next. And since we get a lot of the, when you spray, you get a lot of overspray up in the air and stuff. I don't want the yellow pieces getting misted blue. So I'll remove all the pieces that are going to be yellow. But now we need to mix up paint and we need to start spraying some yellow. Or I mean blue. More progress made on the project. We got in here yesterday and got all the yellow sprayed. Each one, all the parts have 2 coats of yellow on it, and that's as far as I'm going. Now I still need to get the wheels off, get them mounted to their fittings. And I need to come back on the fan blade, get the blue off, and get them outlined with black. Yeah, to separate the blue and the yellow, which I am getting ready to do. But yesterday, after or in between coats of yellow, I decided to tackle another project, one that's been sitting here since the hunt closed. If you remember right, way back when, I had 2 5-gallon buckets and a Kaylee. But I had 2 5-gallon buckets full of fasteners. I went through, got 1 bucket all put away after sorting everything out. And what I had left were these here, the fasteners that I use for my skim panels. And I've got dark blue, a sky blue, what the hell color is that? Oh, a gray, light brown, dark brown, red, green, and more grays. And I've actually got 3.5 bags of those grays. Gray is the most predominant color in the hunt for some strange reason. But anyway, I spent the better part of 6 hours yesterday and another 2 hours this morning going through getting these all sorted and put into their bags. So they're all good to go. So another project, I can get these put away finally. They're not taking up room in the shop. Once I get these put away, we're going to start going through and finishing up the yellow. You know, like I was saying, I got to de-tape and outline and get those things mounted to their brackets. And then we can get them put away and we'll bring the wall panels in and get started on them. Well, here we go. Last segment for this part of the vlog. We got the fan blade done. I went and did the black outline between the blue and the yellow and redid my design on the hub. When I took the tape off the blue, I had a feeling I was going to have this problem. I had a couple of little spots, like right there where that dark spot of the blue is. I had to put that on by brush because the tape pulled the paint off. Had a large spot there. But anyway, got those touched up. This should be dry enough to put away here in an hour or two. I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I'll just leave it hanging there overnight. Now the other parts are these here. This is the grill that sits in front of the fan blade. That's ready to get put away. And I've got my wheels mounted onto the brackets. I can put these back on the fountain now. So this stuff can get put away. Our next step is to get the water wall itself in here, the wall portions of it. And there's 2, 4, 6 pieces. I'm going to bring in 4 of the pieces. The other 2 are buried with the water room stuff. So, and those don't really need touch up, but the water wall does. So we'll get that in here, get that maintenance, and get going and see where we end up. Okay, we got the 4 pieces of the water wall in. This is the back wall of the water wall. It's the part that holds the motor for the fan, which the shaft sticks out right there. This foam has been reused for the water wall so many damn times over the years. It is extremely old, very brittle, and very fragile. But it needs a repainting. A lot of the fasteners I had up here, at one point the foam is broke, as you can see there, it's wobbling, so I need to go through and put some new fasteners on. In fact, this one here has a section down below, a chunk broken out of it. And the only way I can fix it, because I don't have that piece anymore, would be to take this off and recarve it. And I'm not going to recarve it, and no one sees that anyway, because it sits behind that wall. It would end up being down there in the corner of that broke piece. So, you know, no one ever sees it. No one ever gets close enough to the actual water wall to look inside of it. Now, the water wall front sits out where the sunlight can hit it. And as you can see, kind of like here, in the damage area, I've got orange. Up here, the orange has turned white. The white area is supposed to have yellow on it, and some of it still does, some of it's fading. The blocks here, there's two up top, two down below, hold the fountain. In fact, that one's missing its block. It must have come off when I was taking it out of its stack. Anyway, I need to replace those blocks and what have you. Again, you know, it's starting to pull away as well. You know, so I need to go over, you know, just do some routine maintenance, and then it's into paint. The maintenance won't take long. The painting will. We've got a primer coated. I got to redo the green on the grout lines and the orange here in the damaged area, and then roll the brick, then, you know, one color after the other. Won't be done today or tomorrow, that's for damn sure. Well, it didn't take long, but we got a Kaylee in here with us. Huh? Little K. We also got the green done on the panels. And of course, the air compressor has to go off as soon as I grab the camera. But we've got the green done. Our next job will be the damaged areas. And I think I'm just going to repeat the same pattern as I have on the water walls, panels. Or what, not water wall, but water room panels. Which means it will be kind of a fluorescent reddish orange color going into the damaged areas. But for right now, that green is still a little bit too wet. I want to let it dry a little bit. So I'm going to go grab some lunch, and then after lunch we'll come out and we'll get the damaged areas sprayed. Well, good morning. It is morning. It's 10 minutes to 9 a.m. We got out here yesterday, got the red on. The walls are looking a little bit better. Right now, I'm going into touch-up phase. We got the red on this panel and on that panel, and then we got the red and the gray on that panel. Now, when I was doing the red, of course, on the plaster areas, I've got some red on here, and there's a couple spots where there's some orange and what have you. The plaster is getting done in fluorescent yellow, and the fluorescent yellow is very translucent. It'd take probably about 8 or 9 coats of it to cover these red problems. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get each panel up here, and I'm going to go through and take a sanding block and lightly sand until I get rid of these colors that I don't want on here, and then recoat it in white. Let it dry, and I can do the yellow. At the same time I'm doing the white on that, I got to come back through, and as of course me and my sloppy painting, I got some red in the green area. So I'm going to go back through with the white and touch up the grout lines with white, let it dry, and then come back through it and redo it in green. The green is fairly translucent as well. So that's going to be my project for today. I'm hoping with getting out here as early as I have been, I can get in here, get all my white touch-ups done, let it dry for a couple hours, and then come out here with the green and yellow and get the green and the yellow done today, and that will get this project finished. I'm hoping. Depends on what goes, though. The way my day's been going, I plan for one thing and something else happens. Oh, there you go. Project is officially done. I just got done. We started out this morning. We went over the grout lines and the plaster with white in spots where it needed it. And I let it dry for a couple hours. We came back in and we did the green, redid the green a little bit, and got the yellow done. So Waterwall is totally done. Spent a little bit of time. I had a lot of junk all over the place from this project and a couple others, and I finally took the time and cleaned. I still need to sweep the floor. It's a disaster area, but until the paint dries on those guys, I don't want to sweep because I don't want all the dust in the air and the dust getting into the wet paint. So I will do it tomorrow after I get those put away and before we start on the next project. Now, as to the next project, it's going to be a new prop, not a maintenance prop. So keep an eye out over the next week or two on Instagram, Facebook. I'll be posting some pictures and stuff. And of course, I will be running my mouth on here, aka vlogging it. So hope everyone had a happy 4th of July. We did. Had too much food, as usual. So a late happy 4th of July. And with that, stay spooky, stay toxic.